Gulf Shores is one of the fastest growing cities in Alabama, and we are getting daily inquiries from people looking to move here. You too have probably heard how affordable it is to live in Alabama, and you might be wondering what it would be like to live here full time in a tourist destination. Hi, and welcome to new construction in Lower Alabama. This is the place to be if you're looking for the inside scoop on Baldwin County and wondering what it's like to live here as a full time resident. I'm Courtney Roberts, and I'm a new home specialist with D.R. Horton in South Baldwin County. And I work together with Jessica and Tony Martinez to show their clients, who are people just like you, what it's like to live in Lower Alabama. Sweet home Alabama. Today we'll discuss what it's like to live in Lower Alabama in the area of Gulf Shores. We will talk about Gulf Shores, and we'll walk through one of the most popular floor plans that we are offering right now. Jessica and Tony Martinez are the #1 relocation team here in Baldwin County. So if you are looking to make the move to Lower Alabama, you have come to the right place. I moved to the Foley area about 3 years ago, and Jess and Tony have moved to Fairhope 10 years ago from Chicago. So what we're going to share with you is what we have learned from our own personal experiences. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to updates, and leave us a comment below, maybe with something you have questions on or areas you would like to see. So today we're going to talk about Gulf Shores and take a look at a new home in one of my favorite neighborhoods, Raley Farms. We'll discuss the amenities, the location, and just what makes this neighborhood so great. And I'm not going to lie to you here, we're going to discuss the truth, positives and negatives about living as a local resident in one of the fastest growing towns in Alabama. And you can decide if living in a coastal tourist area is a lifestyle that you would enjoy. Gulf Shores is labeled as small town, big beach, and it is no secret that it's located along 32 miles of white sandy beaches that make up the Alabama Gulf Coast. We are neighbors to Orange Beach and Fort Morgan, and although this area brings in thousands of tourists a year, it still feels like a small town when you live here. Gulf Shores does their best to make sure that this is a top destination area that travelers want to visit year after year. At the same time, they make sure that it's growing in a place that people want to call home. The city departments are continuously updating and expanding our infrastructure, and the city is investing in new projects just like the brand new Gulf Shores High School. It's going to feature 287,000 square feet of space. It will allow up to 1,000 students its first year when it's open in 2026, and it is expected to double in size. It's going to offer outdoor learning areas, specialty learning areas, and competition-sized gyms. This brand new high school is being built on the corner of Coastal Gateway Boulevard and Foley Beach Express, which is very close, basically right across the street from where Raley Farms is located. This neighborhood offers a great location for a full-time resident that does not want to live in the more touristy areas of town, but close enough to visit anytime you want. When you look at a map of Gulf Shores, you will see land on the island and off the island, and also you'll see 2 main highways running north and south. Highway 59 is on the west side, and Foley Beach Express is on the east side. These highways offer the only ways on and off the island from the northern parts of town. The Raley Farms neighborhood is located off the island and in between Highway 59 and Foley Beach Express, right off of the Coastal Gateway Boulevard. This location makes it convenient for when you want to visit the great beaches, but also allows you to live out from the main touristy areas. Now, don't get me wrong, every visitor that comes to Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, and Fort Morgan has to travel on these 2 main highways, so you may see some congestion at the nearby traffic lights, but it is not as bad as living all the way down south on the island in the thick of the tourist areas. And if you're looking for a home with access to a pool but don't want the maintenance and the upkeep of owning one yourself, this neighborhood does have a large 0 entry pool. So go ahead, pack up your coolers, jump on the golf cart, and go enjoy a day by the pool in the sunshine. And now, not all, but most neighborhoods in Baldwin County have an HOA. Don't run away just yet. The neighborhood HOAs here are affordable and, for the most part, have the same general guidelines. Yes, you could still add a pool in the backyard, a shed if you want to, a hot tub, extend your patio, all the things like that. But if you do make a major exterior change to your home or your property, they simply just want you to tell them about it. So just send in a request and let them know, and double check your covenants to make sure that you are following the guidelines. And when I say guidelines, it might be something like your pool has to set back so far from your property line, or maybe they want your shed to match the aesthetics of your home or the community, things like that. The largest benefit of the HOA is that it does help upkeep the overall aesthetics of the neighborhood, which does help maintain your property value. This is especially beneficial if you do ever plan to sell your home, maybe not because you want to, maybe later down the road you have to. And as a homeowner, you do not want to find that you have to list your home and just next door, your neighboring house may have a half broken garage door or broken down vehicles sitting in the front yard, or overgrown shrubs and grass, and just a whole mess over there. It probably won't attract many buyers when they're next door to a home like that, and it's definitely not going to keep them around long enough to see the inside. The HOA in Raley Farms is only $500 a year, and I would call that money well spent considering you do get a great common space, there's a gorgeous lake, and a beautiful zero-entry pool. The home that we're going to check out today is called the Ozark Plan. It is 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, and just under 2,500 square feet. This is a 2-story home. Before I lose you on that, your primary bedroom with its attached bathroom and an additional bedroom is downstairs along with your main living space. And keep in mind, we do have other homes in this neighborhood ranging from 3 to 5 bedrooms. We have single story, 2-story, we have one plan with a 3-car garage, and all starting at $375,000. And all across Lower Alabama, we have new construction homes starting at just $250,000. It is a gorgeous day here in Gulf Shores. We're in a rainy season, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys, past few days have been insanely rainy. And it's not even like a whole day of rain. It's like from 12 to 2, you get a rain shower, or maybe in the late afternoon. It's random, but it really puts a little, I don't want to say dent in your day, but it kind of does. So, and the funny thing is that up here at the northern part of Gulf Shores, or maybe the southern part of Gulf Shores, one area may see rain that the other one doesn't. Don't ask me how that happens. I have no clue. But today it is a gorgeous day, and they are expecting it to cool off later this week. So if you've seen the old phase of Raley Farms, it is a little different than the newer homes, and I'll briefly go over that. Exterior-wise, the new phase of Raley Farms has brick homes. Of course, we have the 2-story plan, which we did not have in the first phase. And the homes in the new phase are going to have 2 or 3-car garage. We do sod and landscape every home we build. No home is sold without a front yard. And as I walk through, I will discuss some of the options in the home, because if you were to choose what we call a pre-sale, where you choose a lot and a floor plan, then you might get some options on your home, like maybe some colors and things like that. So starting with the exterior, as we walk up, you do have a front door with a window. That is one of the options here. We also have doors that don't have a window. All right, so as soon as we walk in right here, you have your foyer space. You have plenty of room here to put a table. And then immediately off to the left is your garage door. So if you were to enter from your garage, this is exactly the same entryway space. And we'll peek in the garage right here. So your garage is where you're going to find your water heater, electric panel, and in most of our homes, the attic access, but not in this one. We'll get to that one later. Something also to keep in mind is that every home that we build in this community will be fully electric. We do not offer gas. Now up here at the front of the home and to the right, you're going to have your laundry room area, your first full bedroom and your bathroom. So we'll check that out. This bedroom does have the front double window that overlooks the front yard. And something you're going to notice is that 3 of these bedrooms will not have a ceiling fan. They do just have a light in place. Now, all of our homes come with a block underneath that lighting, so it is pre-wired and ready for you to add a ceiling fan. Super easy to do, but you can do it after closing. So this is our first and considered your main bathroom in the home. This is where you're going to find the tub shower combo. And as you can see, the granite countertops that is throughout the home. So speaking of features throughout the home, you are going to notice 9-foot ceilings. Game changer from our previous 8-foot. This home's going to have a traditional trim package in the main rooms. You're going to have this vinyl plank snap and lock flooring throughout the home. This is not vinyl sheet, and this is not a glue down plank. This is vinyl snap and lock plank. I like to mention that. And then also throughout this home, you're going to have quartz countertops and stainless steel appliances, as well as they did already add the cabinet and the drawer pulls on the home. It's like a brushed nickel, super modern, very sleek. So after you walk through your foyer space and your entryway area, you enter into your large open living space. Immediately to the left is the staircase to head up to the second floor. We're going to come back to that. But if we keep walking, you do have a separate dining space over here. I love that they offer that because I do feel like not everybody wants just a big square house. Some people want a little bit of separation. So I feel like the way this is set up, it does offer a separate area for your dining table. And now not everybody eats at the dining table. So you do have a really good size bar here. It does have the overhang to it. So you can absolutely have some bar stools. You could definitely fit 4 bar stools there. The kitchens in this home is going to feature painted wood cabinets. So if you ever wanted to repaint them, add some accent colors, you absolutely can very easily. Stainless steel dishwasher, oven, and your microwave. Does not come with a fridge. We love to say if there's option money, we can see about getting one added. We do have option money right now. So today is the day. If you have been looking at homes and you're on the fence on things, give us a call, send us a text, send us an email. We would love to go over the new home options, but also tell you about our current incentives. The homes in Raley Farms are going to have natural stone countertops. So this one has quartz. We also have a granite option. And then you're going to have a large corner pantry here. Some additional cabinet space over to the side. I like to call this the small appliance area. If you are a big air fryer, Instant Pot person, maybe you're a coffee drinker. It's a great spot for that. I did have somebody mention that they went into all of their lower cabinets and they added the pull-out drawers. And I feel like that would be super, super functional. Instead of reaching in the back of your cabinets all day, you can like just pull a drawer out, pick it up. Great way if you like to store all of your appliances out of sight. Now in this living room, we do have a ceiling fan installed, and there is one other place in the home you're going to find it. But off at the back of the home and just outside the living area, we do have a nice covered patio. So you've got a back covered patio. It is on the corner here. So if you did decide to fence in your yard, you can fence in a little bit of your side yard. Add you a grilling area. I like to say adding a fire pit. We love to sit outside in the fall and in the spring, even the summer nights, but sometimes it's really hot, even at nighttime. It's not all the time. But we do like to have a little fire pit area in our backyard. You definitely have room for that. I've seen where people also are extending their porches or adding lanais, screening them in, all the things. A screened-in porch is an exterior option that we do offer on our homes, as well as gutters. And at the back left side of the home, you have your master bedroom and bathroom. This is the other place you're going to find the ceiling fan, and you will also notice the gorgeous trim package is continued in here. And attached to it, we have the bathroom. Of course, you're going to see the quartz countertops again, double sink vanity. I love that they put the drawers in the middle of the vanity there. Everybody can fight over which one's which. In this line of homes, we do have a tiled shower. It's not in every home in the new phase of Raley. Some of the smaller plans are not getting the tiled shower, but our larger plans are. Again, call, text, or email us for the list. But in this one, you have a gorgeous tile shower, and it will get a glass door installed. It's not there at the moment. We're still doing final touch-ups in here, but it will end up with a glass door. So no fighting with a shower curtain. Super low maintenance. So off from the bathroom, of course, you're going to have your large walk-in closet. You could absolutely add more shelving. Of course, it's a little messy in here. They're not complete yet, but this is also where you'll find the attic access. All right, we're going to head upstairs and check it out. So as soon as you get upstairs, you do have a large open room here. Now, the options are wide open here. If you have kids and they need a study room, a homework room, a playroom, this could be a good space for that. If you want an at-home theater, this is a great room to have your at-home theater. This could make a good at-home office, or maybe you plan on having some roommates and they want their own kitchen suite area. You could add a microwave and things like that up here and really make it whatever you want. I'm voting an arcade room. One thing I get asked a lot about this floor plan, mostly from people living nearby, is about the privacy. The only windows upstairs are at the front of the home, and then you have one on one side. But now when you're looking out, there's houses, of course, lining the front road, and with fencing and things like that, you do not see into other people's yards. Now, also up here, we do have a full bathroom. It has a double sink vanity, and the vanity area is separate from the bathtub and toilet area. So if somebody needed to get ready while somebody was showering. And then at the far end are the 2 bedrooms, and we'll check them out. They are the same size. Again, they don't have ceiling fans. You can always add them after. If you have any questions about this home, feel free to call, text, email us, reach out. We would love to talk with you. We would love to go over what is available now. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date on all the great things and in the know of what it's like to live in Lower Alabama.